Hey there, it's David H. Lawrence the 17th, and today we're going to wrap up the answers to the AMA series we've been doing, the Ask Me Anything series. Great questions. Some questions that I didn't quite understand, so I didn't include them. Some questions that were outright insults, so, consider me insulted. Okay? Thank you. But today what we're going to talk about, first off, is a question I got about the software that I use to produce the videos for this series. And most people use iMovie or Premiere or Final Cut Pro or any number of different well-known video editors. They're specifically designed to be video editors. I absolutely adore a piece of software called ScreenFlow. It's from Telestream. They're big in both the broadcasting and the video podcasting space. And I originally started using ScreenFlow to do the lessons for VO2GoGo because what it was originally created for was to do ScreenFlow captures of what's going on your screen, which you could then add voiceover to. So what I do is I create a PowerPoint presentation. I run through that PowerPoint presentation while I narrate it. And it's really easy because ScreenFlow records your screen as it records your voice. But what I didn't expect, and what is really, really cool, is that ScreenFlow is an amazing, full-featured, awesome, easy to use, very intuitive video editor. Yes, it does screen captures, but it also does great video editing, great audio, things like that. So I just fell in love with it, and I love using it. I tell everybody about it. The reason I like it so much, iMovie is supposed to be very easy, right? Final Cut Pro is not supposed to be very easy. And with the changes they made between Final Cut 7 and Final Cut 10, Apple really shot themselves in their foot. They lost an entire market by doing that. But iMovie, ever since I started using iMovie, I have not been able to keep separate the concept of a project and an event. I'm sure there's a way to do it that makes it easier for people, but it's unnecessary. And ScreenFlow knows that. They have done an amazing job of making everything look great. So I'll put a link to it in the show notes and you can find it for yourself. It's really, really, really amazing. It's for Macintosh only, for those of you on PCs. It's like Camtasia, but I would keep using Premiere because Premiere is pretty good as well on PCs. All right, so if you want all of the gear that I'm using here, and I'm going to do a future video just on how I produce these videos, you can find all of it at vo2gogo.com/my-gear. And the tab that opens up is the hardware tab. And if you look in the bottom section of that hardware tab, it actually shows you all of the video stuff that I use. My camera, the lights that I use, the microphone that I use. I talked a little bit about that in one of the other videos. The software, everything. I even use a slate to be able to match up sound with, make sure it's perfectly aligned with the video. So that's that. You'll see it all there. vo2gogo.com/my-gear. All right, next question. Would it be easier to sell my voice services if I was able to be more full service? Meaning writing scripts, producing complete soundtracks for videos, helping to get these videos onto YouTube, etc. I'm thinking in terms of how I would be able to cultivate face-to-face relationships with local customers and offer them more of a kind of one-stop shop, so not just your voiceover work. I completely get it. They just want to advertise without getting into the mechanics of how to make it happen, I would think. I could help them with that side of it. Do you agree? Or perhaps you have totally other thoughts. I'm open. I totally agree. It's what I do. I often will tell my clients, if you'd like me, for example, in an audiobook, to do your related PDF if there's one needed for your book. For a long time, I was a producer of commercials. I wrote copy, got pretty good at it, know how commercials are supposed to sound once they're on the air. So yes, I offer those services ahead of time, and I urge you to do the same thing. I think it's a great idea. That is that inner entrepreneur in you coming out. I love that. I love that. What you're offering is not just your voice. You're offering studio services, which is great. So yes, I applaud that. Absolutely. And then finally, how do you, David, define success, both personally and professionally? What, in your opinion, are the pitfalls of always defining success as being determined by the amount of money one earns? Well, if you've watched these videos or listened to me speak, I have a definition for success. And that definition is do more of what works and less of what doesn't. And what can be the challenging part is knowing what works and knowing what doesn't. But usually when I say that, I'm talking about the processes, the choices that you make in terms of how you run your business, how you do your work, how you choose to tell a story, things like that. But what your question has prompted is a sort of an extension of that. Do more of what works and less of what doesn't for you. You know, like, are you happy doing the things that you're doing now? What things make you happy? Do more of those. What things don't make you happy? What things do you avoid? Do less of those. I actually have a video coming up called the ABCDE video, which is going to talk about how to put more on your plate of what works and what makes you happy. I'm interested in three things: happiness, safety, and satisfaction. Notice that none of those are profitability, because I think profitability is inherent in being happy and safe and being satisfied. But happy, safe, and satisfied. When I can do that, that's when I feel like I'm being successful. When I have those at the top of my priority list, as opposed to having to worry about when am I going to make some more money, it just seems to fall in place when you make a priority of being happy and staying safe, both financially and physically, and being satisfied overall with how you spend your time and your day and what you're getting out of life. I think that's my definition of success, and it works both on the procedural level of do more of what works and less of what doesn't, and also on the personal, I guess satisfaction is the best way to put it, happiness, safety. It still remains my definition of success. So I hope that helps. I really do. This has been fun. I love doing AMAs. Maybe we'll do it again for the 200th episode. We'll do it one more time. And of course, if you have questions, you can always put them in the comments below. If you have any reactions to what I'm saying, I'm happy to, I need a sip of water. Excuse me one second. It's gotten really dry here all of a sudden. So that's the AMAs. We'll get back to the single subject videos next. And if you have any comments, as I said, leave them in the comments below. If you're watching this video anywhere but at vo2gogo.com, pop on over to vo2gogo.com, because we've got so many great things there for you. vo2gogo.com. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel on YouTube, go ahead and click on my head there, or click for it on a subscribe button somewhere below the video. You want to see the latest video I've done? Click on that frame. YouTube will play it for you. I'm David H. Lawrence the 17th. I thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.